Okay, so today we're taking a deep dive into Spring Hill, Tennessee, which is a city located just south of Nashville. It's just south of Franklin. This is a really hot area to move. If you're thinking about moving to the Nashville area, a lot of people considering the suburbs, they're thinking about Spring Hill. There's lots of new developments. Today we're going to talk about some really cool developments that have already been started, some that have not quite been started yet. There's a lot that Spring Hill has to offer, and we're going to talk a little bit more about why, but we're going to talk about some of those new developments coming. And we're going to jump over to the map. We're just going to talk about where some important things are. We're going to talk about outdoor activities, retail, shopping, all of that. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that. But if you're not familiar again with Spring Hill, it's located just south of Franklin, south of Thompson Station along the I-65 corridor. It's going to be located in both Williamson County and Maury County. So it is across two counties. So that does sometimes happen here in Middle Tennessee. You can be located in two different counties. So, that'll affect your schools, taxes, things like that. So it's just something to be aware of. If you're looking at homes or you're searching for homes, you'll want to be aware of what county that house is in that you're looking at, because if you have your heart set on being in one county and then end up being in another, that has happened to people that I have heard of. So just something to be aware of. But this area has been growing and growing over the last, at least 10 years. So it's grown up quite a bit. So your population here, it's going to be about 60,000 people here right now in the Spring Hill area. And it's going to cover about 30 square miles. So it is a decent sized city now. And again, just still growing a lot. And some of these new developments that we're talking about is definitely going to make it expand more. It's got a lot more to offer than some of the other smaller towns around. But, one of the big draws for Spring Hill is just the price. So especially if you're wanting to be in Williamson County, Williamson County is one of the most expensive counties in all of Tennessee. And so I don't know if people don't realize that sometimes, but if you're wanting to live in Williamson County, Spring Hill is going to be one of the lowest price of those suburbs in order to be there. So just as an example, really the only city that's in Williamson County that's less is going to be Fairview. So by comparison, the average home price in Spring Hill is going to be $637,000. And if you want to compare that to Fairview, their average home sale price is $576,000. So it's going to be just a little bit more to be in Spring Hill than in Fairview. But with Spring Hill, you're a little bit more connected to some things. Fairview is going to be a little bit further away. It's going to be a little bit easier to get into some of these other places from Spring Hill maybe than Fairview. And Spring Hill has a lot more shopping, a lot more retail, a lot of that. So if you want a place that's going to have a lot more restaurants, places to go out to eat, all of that, Spring Hill might be the better option than Fairview. But you can also compare that. So if we compare that average sale price of $637,000 to Franklin, their average home sale price right now is about $1.2 million. So about double that. Nolensville is going to be about $1 million. So quite a bit higher as well. College Grove average home sale price right now is $2.4 million, mostly because a lot of the neighborhoods there's only a handful, and most of them are pretty exclusive gated communities with really high home prices. So that's going to be a really high average. But you can see, just compared to some of these other places, being in Spring Hill in Williamson County in that $637,000 price point, it's going to be quite a bit lower than some of these areas of Spring Hill if you're wanting to live in Williamson County. But again, you've got the Maury County side too. It's going to be even, less expensive to live on that side than it will be in the Williamson County side. So price point might be a factor for people if they're thinking about Spring Hill, but price points aside, Spring Hill has so much to offer, and we're going to show you that here in just a little bit. So let's jump over to the map. We'll talk about some of these new developments, some of the things that are coming to the area, show you where some of these important parts are, and just try to get you familiar with that area. So if you're thinking about moving to Spring Hill or you've been investigating it all, we'll just try to get you a little bit more familiar by taking you over to the map. Okay, so here we are on the map. Spring Hill is going to be located down here. So again, south of this 840 loop right here. Getting into downtown Nashville, it's going to take you about 35 minutes, depending on where you are. It could be a little further if you're over here on this west side of Spring Hill or, further south. I will say, and don't want to sugarcoat it, some of this traffic getting in and out of Spring Hill and just down 65 can be kind of intense. So, if you have to make this commute during peak rush hours, it can easily take you an hour to get down here. So, it'll double your drive time if you're driving during those peak rush hour times. So I just always tell people, if you're thinking about moving here and you've got a neighborhood in mind, I would just go ahead and map it just so you have an idea during those peak rush hour times of what it would take you if you were driving it at that time, because you may not want to be sitting in traffic. And if that's too much for you, it's just something to consider. But, if you work from home, it may not be an issue, but just something to think about as well. But again, you're going to be right here. So just south of this Thompson Station Road is kind of where Spring Hill is going to start. And Thompson Station doesn't have a lot of services, restaurants, shopping, all of that. So this is a big help for Thompson Station as well, because everything kind of starts right here. Now, right here is going to be where one of those first developments is going to be that we were going to talk about. So June Lake, it's one that's actually already started, already underway and being built. It's going to be located right here off this June Lake Boulevard, right here at the north side of Spring Hill. But this is a really great addition to the Spring Hill area. And this is going to be about 775 acres of development right here. You're going to have tons of beautiful single family homes in here. You've got townhomes. This Solstice at June Lake, our apartment's going to be here on this north side. June Lake has tons and tons of great amenities. So they're going to have a pool, pickleball courts, fitness center, all of those kinds of things. But there's actually going to be tons of commercial and retail in here as well. So in this neighborhood alone, you're going to have 1.3 million square feet of retail and restaurant space in here. And you're going to have 3.9 million square feet of commercial office space too. You're going to have mixed use, all kinds of things in here. So this is going to be a great place. People ask me a lot of times if there are other neighborhoods out there, kind of like West Haven, where you can live, work, where you're walkable to coffee shops, restaurants, or the neighborhood's really golf cartable. Well, there's not a ton of those neighborhoods out there really in all of the Nashville area, but this is one of those that has been designed to be this way, and that is why people love it. So if you want to live somewhere where you can walk to restaurants, you can drive your golf cart around, go up, grab a bite to eat, or go to your friend's house, the clubhouse, all of that, this is going to be a great development to do that. So you've got some really cool homes in here. We're going to talk a little bit about those in a little bit. And then I do have a full updated video coming out on June Lake soon, because so much development has happened here already and there's so much more coming. You're going to have a lot of homes in here that are going to have a side yard with a rear load garage that loads into the alley and a lot of front porch living. But if you're looking for a huge lot, there's not a ton of those in here, but I will say they're about to release about 20 or 30 lots, Signature Homes is, in this neighborhood, and those are going to have 60 to 85 foot lots on them. So you're going to have more of a traditional backyard with those, a lot more yard space. So if you like June Lake, but you just don't love, having a really small yard or a courtyard yard, you're going to have the opportunity, if you buy one of these really quickly, they're actually going to be released soon. I imagine they will sell fairly quickly, but you have that opportunity to grab one of these larger lots and have a traditional backyard and a little bit more space, but still be in this June Lake area, which is great. And then one thing that they just recently announced is going to be this Windfall neighborhood. So directly across the street and connecting to June Lake is going to be Windfall, just here on the south side of June Lake. So here you've got Summit Hill High School, and you've also got Spring Station Middle right here. This neighborhood is going to butt up to both of these. So you're going to have access to both middle school and high school right here, and should connect into June Lake. So this is going to be another 400 homes by Signature Homes. This was just recently approved, and this will start construction probably towards the end of the year. They're going to have their whole new set of amenities in here. So they're going to have their own pool, fitness center, all of that right here in their own neighborhood, and they'll be able to take advantage of this retail here too. So it's going to be a big draw with all of these homes here also for some great retail, restaurants, and all of that to come into this June Lake area. So this is really exciting to be here just in this June Lake section. There's just a lot going on in here and just a really popular new area to be. So, and actually this June Lake Boulevard exit right here, this just recently opened up like last year, and it has opened up a world of wonderful things for this area, because previously there's no exit up here at this road. So to get up here into this area, you'd have to exit way down here and drive all the way up, or way far north and come down here. So it made getting into this Buckner Lane area, June Lake Boulevard area, made it a lot harder to get in and out of here. So this has opened up traffic a lot having this right here. But continuing up Buckner, and I will say a lot of your development is going to be over here on the west side of 65, not so much on the east side. So you can find actually though lots of great rural properties and things like that. So if you're looking for rural properties, you can find more out here, but a lot of your development is going to be over here on the west side. So if you continue up Buckner, you're actually going to have access to some great things. Like you've got a lot of hiking trails over here, which is something that you might not have thought about, but you've got Heritage Park right over here, connects all the way up to Sarah Benson Park. And then you've also got Preservation Park, which is technically Thompson Station, but it's also really close and really easy access for you. So there's that. Also all the way down here, so all the way down this 31, you're going to have tons and tons of, groceries, restaurants, all of that. So you've got a Kroger right here. You've also got a Publix in here, and an Aldi is going to be like right there. And then you're going to have a lot of great restaurants and things too. You're going to have First Watch, and there was, I believe, First Love up here, but a lot of things along here. So if you're looking for food, restaurants, places to eat, there's tons right here. You can see you've got your Lowe's, your Walmart, all of that. And then this continues all the way down in here into this crossings area, which we'll get to in just a little bit. But I'm just going to zoom back out so that we can kind of get our bearings on where we are. So we started out, over here. If you're looking for places to work out, there's tons of places to work out around here. You've got the Longview Rec Center, which is going to be right here. That's a Williamson County Rec Center. You're going to have, lots of workout equipment, all the things that you have at a rec center. I will mention, so up here is another brand new Williamson County Rec Center that just has been built, and they are continuing to add to it. But this is going to have tons of sport courts, ball fields, splash pads, pools, indoor, outdoor, library, so many things. And it's brand new right here. And it just costs next to nothing to join the rec centers. So this is really awesome to have. Again, this is technically going to be Thompson Station, but it's also super close, and just one to keep in mind, if you're looking for a place to work out or go take advantage of. There's a lot of that right there. You've got more walking trails right here. But as you come down 65, so right here, this is Saturn Parkway on this southern loop right here. And this takes you down, this south side is going to be the Maury County side. So the north side is going to be more Williamson County. South side is going to be more Maury County. So again, this Saturn Parkway will loop you over here to this crossings area. It's called the Crossings of Spring Hill. You can see some of that right here. It's enormous. There's so many things in here. So this is going to be where your Target's going to be, your Kohl's, your movies down here. I do think, so they are building a Costco here. I think it's going to be in this area in the Crossings. So there's not currently like a Sam's or a Costco or anything in Spring Hill, but I do think they're building it down here. There is one coming to Spring Hill, which is going to be nice. I know everyone's really looking forward to that, but lots of restaurants in here, movie theaters, all of those things. And then just north of that, also on this 31 is going to be, there's a little small section right here, which is going to have your little historic Main Street right here. Very cute. You got some cute little things right here. The Fainting Goat. If you're coming to Spring Hill and you're looking around, you got to stop at the Fainting Goat. It's everyone's favorite coffee shop, place to grab a sandwich, lunch, something. Got to go to the Fainting Goat. Everybody loves it right here. That's really, really great. So you're going to have lots of shopping down here on the south side. You're also going to have it up here on the north side. Now, right over here, right next to the Crossings is going to be where your Del Webb is. This is your Southern Springs neighborhood. If you're familiar with Del Webb, this is going to be one of those great big 55 plus neighborhoods. I do have videos out on this, but Del Webb has a handful of neighborhoods sprinkled around Nashville. This is going to be one of them. So there's no new builds in here. There are resale though, but these are still relatively new homes. So not super dated in here. So if you're looking for a 55 plus community that's awesome with great amenities, tons of activities, this Southern Springs by Del Webb is a great option. And it's going to be right here conveniently off the Saturn Parkway and right here by the Crossings. So this is a great place here on the south side for that 55 plus. And then if you're into golf down here on the south side, this is going to be the Towie Golf Course. So if you're into playing golf and you're looking for a golf course to be close, this is a great one to go to. This is actually a great course. It's, I believe, partially public, partially private. Easy to get a tee time here though, and it's a great course still. So if you're into golf and you want one close, this one's great. We are going to talk about one other course here in just a minute that's very exciting, but I'm going to skip right over here. So if you look, this is going to be Fisher Park. So this is going to be one of the better parks in Spring Hill as well. As you can see here, there's tons and tons of great play equipment here. They've got basketball, they've got football fields, they're going to have splash pads here. Again, tons of play equipment. They've got lots of bike and running trails along here. So just tons and tons of things at this park. This is a fantastic park. So if you like to get out with your kids, get some of that energy out, this is the perfect place to come and do that. This is a great park. And then you've got other greenways and things around here as well. But if we just want to come over here, so this is going to be the other place that I want to talk about right here, and that's going to be the Firefly Golf Club. So this is one of those other really cool developments that's coming in right now. So if you're familiar with the Grove at all, if you're big into golf or you really want an ultra luxury community, this is going to be it. So there is a great opportunity to get into this Firefly neighborhood, which is just being built. So they've been working on the golf course, should be done before too long. Honestly, I toured it a few months back and it was absolutely, coming along so quickly. But it's by the same developer that developed the Grove, which is one of the most exclusive golf course neighborhoods in the Nashville area. And they're also developing this one. So they're currently in the stage where they're taking reservations for lots. And then starting in November, we'll start writing the actual contracts on those lots. So this is a great time to get in on the ground floor of this neighborhood. Lots in this neighborhood are going to be selling from somewhere from around $500,000 to $1 million for the lots. And then, your build on top of that. So you'll probably be looking at somewhere from around $4 to $5 million, just starting building in this neighborhood. But this neighborhood is going to have so many amazing amenities, and the golf golf course is going to be phenomenal. Of course, it's a private golf course, but some of the amenities that they're going to have in here are going to be amazing. So just some of those things are obviously going to be a full service golf course with clubhouse, restaurants, dining, all of that. They're going to have tons of racket sports. So they're going to have outdoor tennis courts. They're going to have indoor pickleball courts, which is going to be great. They're going to have a racket pro shop. They're also going to have padel courts. So if you're not familiar with those are up and coming as well. I'm not familiar with it very much, but I believe it's some kind of combination between like pickleball and squash sort of. So sounds like it could be fun. They're going to have an adult pool, a kids pool. They're going to have bowling, a full service golf and pro shop, and of course a teaching facility with TrackMan ranges and all of that. So this neighborhood is going to be amazing. So if you're looking for something really upscale and beautiful, this is a great time to get in on the ground floor of this neighborhood. I highly recommend it. So if you have questions about this neighborhood, a lot of people are interested in this one. Don't hesitate to reach out. I can send over all the information for it. We can set up a time to go tour if you wanted to do that. Just don't hesitate to reach out on that one. I've got a full video that's coming out on this soon. Was just waiting for it to come along a little bit more. I think we're at that point now, so we'll have that coming out soon as well, just for more information for you. But this is a great place to jump in on the ground floor again. Okay, so that's going to be, again, over here. That's in Maury County. It's going to be over here on the east side of 65, so it's a lot more quiet over here too. So that's a good thing to remember. So over here, you're going to have a lot more commercial, retail, all of that. Over here, where this Firefly is located, it's going to be a lot more quiet, a lot more peaceful over here. So again, if you're looking for rural land and things like that, this is going to be a great side of town to do that on too. Okay, so now that we kind of have the lay of the land, I want to take you over and look at just some of those listings really quick. I pulled everything from 1-bedroom condos here to ultimate family compounds on 12 to 15 acres. So you can kind of see the gamut of what you can get here. So there's so many different options for living and lifestyles in Spring Hill. So this is going to help us out a lot by just jumping over to look at some of these things. So let's take a look. So a lot of different variety here. I also pulled some in Maury County and some in Williamson County just to give you an idea in price difference on some of these. So hopefully it's not too much, but wanted to cover, a lot of different price points and lifestyles in some of these just to give you an idea of what you can buy in Spring Hill. So let's take a look at some of these. Also, again, just the difference between Maury County and Williamson County is going to be your taxes, but it's actually not that big of a tax difference. It's nothing that you're even going to notice. So Maury County actually is going to be slightly higher than Williamson County, but again, nothing to write home about, nothing that you would even probably notice on your tax bill as far as difference goes. And then the other difference, of course, is going to be the schools. So whatever schools you're zoned for, Maury County or Williamson. So depending on what you're looking for in a school, if you have a preference, just be aware of that when you're looking. Okay, so jumping over, let's go ahead and start on the Maury County side. So we've got some of these higher end ones here. I'm going to start just down on the lower side, and this is going to be in Harvest Point. So Harvest Point is a really cool neighborhood. It's got great amenities. So it's going to have a pool, a dog park, a community garden, lots of walking trails. And let me actually show you where it's located also, just so that you kind of know. It's going to be located right here on this west side. So it's going to be out here close to, this is where the crossings is with Target and all of that. So it's going to be located out on this west side, just to give you a frame of reference. So this is going to be a townhome. So if you're looking for a townhome, what's cool about this one and why I wanted to show you, townhomes in here, these are going to have 2-car garages priced at $385,000. So it's going to be 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 1,900 square feet. It's also super cute inside, so wanted to show you that also. But I wanted to show you the backyard on this, because if you need a townhome or want a townhome but you still want a yard, look at the yard on this thing. It's actually huge. So I thought that was really cool and worth mentioning. There's also a new build one right here, so also 2-car garage, and this is a new one priced at $398,000. So about the same size, new. The yard on it wasn't as nice, so that's why I kind of wanted to show you the other one, but still super nice on this one as well. Just under $400,000. Oh, and you can see all of the amenities here too. So you can see you've got this pool pavilion right here. You've got your pool, your community garden, walking trails and things. So this is a really cute neighborhood. A lot going for it. I really like this neighborhood, Harvest Point. Super nice. Lots of single family homes in there too. We'll see some of those in a little bit. This is going to be again on that lower price point, $399,900. 3 beds, 2 baths, 1,300 square feet. This house actually has a nice yard on it as well. It's newer. It's updated. It looks clean, which I like. And then you've got a nice yard on this this one as well. So wanted to see what you can kind of get at this $400,000 price point. Moving along, this is going to be Sawgrass. Sawgrass is cool. This one's going to be $453,000. This is built in 2021 and 2,100 square feet. But this one is going to be located right by that Towie golf course. So if you want to be close to the golf course, this is going to be basically walking distance to there. So if you wanted to see, and by the way, Towie Golf Course has a really, really great restaurant in it. So that's going to be located right here. And this is where the club is. So if I lived here, I would be eating here every night because the food is that good. It is really good. So just wanted to mention that. But if you want to be close to a golf course, this is great. And, you know, $453,000, the house is newer, got a nice yard. So for that price, it's great. And then just wanted to show you this one also. Similar price point, priced at $470,000, 4 beds, 2.5 baths. Just wanted to see this one. I feel like the yard on this one was great too. You can tell that I'm into yards, but I thought this one looked nice, updated, new also. And again, just can't beat this price point. Got a nice big bonus room in here and a really nice backyard on this house. You know, I felt like this was worth sharing. Got a lot of elbow room. This is actually on a half an acre. So that is why I wanted to show you this one. So if you go back down here, you can see a lot of space in between these homes right here. So if you're looking for something with a larger lot, little bit of elbow room, you kind of got that here on this house. Moving down here, this one's going to be a new build. So a new build for $508,000. So 4 beds, 3 baths, 2269 square feet. Not going to find that in Williamson County. So you're not going to find a new build for $500,000 in Williamson County, but you can in Maury County. And so if county is not important to you, then this is a great neighborhood. And look at the size yard on this. It's got a great yard here, 2-car garage and new. So that's super nice. This is going to be one of those single family homes in Harvest Point, priced at $750,000, 5 beds, 4 baths, 3,200 square feet almost. And this is a nice corner lot. You can see right here, this looks beautiful inside. So you can see right here, they've done a really nice job with this. And you've got a really nice yard here. It's all fenced in for you. You've got your covered back porch. You can see more of those amenities right here as well. So this just gives you an idea of those single family homes in there. This one, we're going to jump up a little bit in price point, but this is going to be on 1.5 acres. So if you're looking for, a little bit more elbow room even than before, 4 beds, 3.5 baths, 3,200 square feet. And this is super pretty. So you can see that they've got an above ground pool, but they built it in really nicely with this decking, which looks nice. And one of the big draws, obviously, to this house is going to be the land that it's on and just that 1.5 acres. You've got a great porch out here. You've got this enormous yard, and then you've got lots of garage space. You've got a 2-car here. You've got a 2-car here. So lots of room for cars and things. You can see just tons of green space here if that's what you're looking for. And then right here, so this is going to be a little development. I'll just show you right here where it's located. If I zoom out, it's going to be right over here on the east side, actually. So it's going to be a little bit more quiet over here, but still easy access to Spring Hill right here. And these are beautiful homes, new builds, all on half an acre and priced at $1,289. They've done a beautiful job with this. So you can see they've got a lot of really nice features in this house. You're going to have a lot of custom features, built-ins, woodwork, carpentry on the walls. And then they've done some nice selections here in the bathroom. You've got some really nice built-ins in the closets. You've got your little drop zone here. Love this detail in the hallway right here. And you can just see you've got a nice size yard here. So it's kind of a nice combination. So if you feel like you still want neighbors, but you also still want a little bit of space, you've got that here with this house. So there's several right in here. So if that's something that interests you, that's definitely a possibility. And then you've got this one priced at $2 million. So this one's going to be on 21 acres. So this is actually beautiful. So you've got a barn, you've got outbuildings, you've got a greenhouse, all kinds of things. This house is absolutely beautiful in and of itself. But you can see, look at all of these beautiful built-ins, all of this woodwork. You've got this gorgeous kitchen right here with cabinets to the ceiling, and they've done just a really nice job with this house. And then when we get to the outside, you're also going to see that. So with that 21 acres comes a bit of a higher price point, but you've got a beautiful pool out here. As you can see, you've got this pavilion over here, lots of space to lay out and swim. They've got their outdoor couch out there, grill station, their outdoor dining is super nice, but then they've got this built-in trampoline as well. And then you can see everything else that they've got it, fenced, and they've got pole barns and just so much. So you've got lots of room for whatever you want to do or store. You've got gardens out here and greenhouses. So this is a perfect homestead location. if you want to homestead, if you want to have animals, gardens, just kind of live off the land. I get a lot of people actually calling me wanting to do this. This is a great location for that. Obviously, no HOA out here. You can do whatever you want. So this is a beautiful property, and I'll just show you quick where this is on the map. Also, this would be a great opportunity for someone, and that is going to be located right here. So this is going to be on the south side down near Columbia, actually. So it's on the south side of Spring Hill. Columbia is fantastic though, by the way. I do need to do a full video on that because it's amazing. They have the cutest historic downtown with great restaurants, and they have a lot of really great fun events down there. So it's one to check out too if you're living in the Spring Hill area. Heading down to Columbia is awesome. And then you're going to have this property. So this is actually going to be 2 homes. This is a 12-acre family compound, basically. And you've got 2 residences here, and then you actually have another lot that is subdivided. But we'll show you the guest house also. But if you want animals, if you want, that country living, farmsteading, again, this house is great for that. And once again, they've done just a beautiful job on this. So a couple of really great options in this Maury County area for some beautiful homes on big acreage. So a lot of people are moving here. They want that space. They want that acreage. Love this with the sliding doors all the way across to open that up on the outside. And sorry, I keep clicking back and forth, but this does look like it's screened to keep all the bugs out, which is really nice. But they've done a beautiful job in this bedroom. Look at this beautiful chandelier. This bathroom is gorgeous. They've made just some really great choices in here. You've got nice built-ins in the closet, and this is just a beautiful home. So you can see, and then we'll scroll down here. You've got this little guest cottage that's so cute. So this is just adorable. So, you can use it as an Airbnb. You can use it for family if they come to visit. You could use it as a separate workspace, recording, writing, like whatever you want to do, whatever you want to use it for. It's so, so cute. So a lot of great opportunities to use this for, anything that you want. And I'll show you where this is actually in a great location too, but isn't this just so beautiful? I love this so much. Okay. So we'll show you really quick on the map where this is. So this is going to be located here. Also on this south side down near Columbia as well. So a couple of really pretty properties down there worth looking at. And let's jump over here to the Williamson County side really quick. We've got some big properties on 5 acres here too, but we'll scroll down here and look, starting just from the beginning, because a lot of people think that they can't get anything in Williamson County for less than, whatever number they think, but you actually can. So I don't get a lot of people calling me looking for condos in this area, but you can get a 1-bed, 1-bath condo priced at $269 in this new development called Preston Park that's going in. And it's super pretty. So I thought that might be worth mentioning in case there's someone out there looking for a condo. But, even if you're just looking to move here, establish residency, and then find something else, this could be a great option too. But just wanted to mention that condo really quick. And then again, a lot of people think that you can't buy a single family home for under, whatever price point in Williamson County. But I've got a couple of examples here just to show you. So this one's priced at $434. It's a smaller home, 1,540 square feet, but it's 3 beds, 2 baths. It's on almost 1/3 of an acre, and it's got a great big open floor plan. So if you don't love, whatever they've done here, you can do whatever you want in this house. Could change out the cabinets, do whatever, but this price point is fantastic. And the yard here is great. You've got a nice, great big backyard here with some trees. You got your 2-car garage. So this is a great opportunity. I think that's a great price, and just wanted to show you a couple examples of that. So this one's going to be in Wakefield, which is another great neighborhood, 2220 square feet, 4 beds, 2.5 baths, and priced at $475. And again, you've got a great house here at a great price. You've got a really nice deck here and a really nice yard. So again, a lot of people don't think that you can get into Williamson County for, this price under $500, but I'm just showing you a few examples here. You've got this one priced at $600. That's 3 beds, 2 baths, 2,800 square feet. I also thought this house looked kind of nice. So I think they've done a nice job with this as well. So just wanted to scroll through this. You've got a great backyard on this house too, which I really appreciate. And then scrolling down. So this is going to be June Lake. That's that development that we talked about. I won't go through all of these, but you've got several different price points in here. We'll see another one here in just a second that's going to be a little bit higher. This is obviously the workout facility, clubhouse, all of that. But pricing in here on these homes, again, they're going to be those rear load garage. They're going to be about $700,000 all the way up to about 1.3 plus. So they've got those new lots coming out, and that will be emphasis on the plus, I would assume. So, but about 700 to 1.2, 1.3, depending on size. You can actually get some much larger homes in this June Lake area, but this is just one of those examples of one of the smaller ones on that lower price point of 711. So they actually build a beautiful home. This one's going to be in Cherry Grove, which is a gorgeous neighborhood. This one's going to be on about 1/5 of an acre, but you can get, larger lots in there too, 1/3 of an acre, third plus. It's 4 beds, 3 baths, and 3,200 square feet. I thought it was super pretty. It's priced at $730 and it's already under contract, but I thought it was kind of cute and I thought it had a lot of nice character, and I really like this neighborhood a lot. So I just kind of wanted to give it a quick feature just to show you. The backyard is super private. You've got lots of trees and shade back here, which is really nice, also kind of picturesque. So I thought it was worth showing you that one. Wilkerson Place is going to be a neighborhood built by Crescent Homes. It's now Dream Finders. You can find new builds in here as well as resale. So this one's going to be a resale built in 2021. It was 4 beds, 3.5 baths, and almost 2,700 square feet, and it's priced at $740. And it looks, almost new inside. It looks really pretty. So this is going to be in a great location. It's super close to that June Lake as well. You can see you've got a great big open floor plan here, and you've got amenities in this neighborhood as well. So you are going to have a community pool and walking trails, lots of walking trails here, and they've done a really nice job here with their landscaping in the back too. It looks really pretty. So we may come across another one of these here in a second. I'm going to skip past this one in the interest of time. This is going to be one of those new builds in Wilkerson Place. So same neighborhood I was just talking about. $833 price on this for 5 beds, 3.5 baths, and 3,200 square feet. So that's a great price. Again, for a new build in Williamson County, you really can't beat that. I know we saw the one in June Lake that was in the 700s. It was going to be, 1,000 square feet smaller than this. So if you want a house with a backyard, a decent sized yard in Williamson County, this is a great opportunity to be in Wilkerson Place because you can get that here. I don't think they're going to show you the yard here, but it's a great yard for Williamson County new builds. It's pretty hard to find that in other parts of Williamson County. So I pulled up a few in this August park. So there are several built by Toll Brothers and by Richmond Homes. So I'm doing a full video on that I'll release next week. So stay tuned for that. I'm not going to jump into these, but price points in August Park, there's actually an older section. I am going to show you one of those in a second, and the newer section. So the newer section is being built by Richmond Homes and Toll Brothers. Richmond has like 90 lots, and then I think Toll Brothers has like 20 or 30. So it will be built by them. Prices somewhere from the 800s to maybe 1.2 million-ish. So we'll cover that more in depth later, but I will show you one of the older homes in the older section, which is really, really awesome. This Maury neighborhood, this is just going to be like a little small 14 lot kind of boutique area, kind of close to June Lake also, but wanted to show you this house. I thought it was beautiful. 4 beds, 3.5 baths, 3,200 square feet, priced at $965. They've done a beautiful job with this house. So I just kind of wanted to scroll through this so that you can see it's got a little bit of a smaller yard here, but beautiful home. And you've got some really beautiful homes on this street. So, and then this is another one of those in August Park by Richmond Homes. This is another example in June Lake. So Signature Homes owns most of the lots in there, but Tennessee Valley has bought some, and there's another builder I think who just bought some as well, Eclipse. But Tennessee Valley builds a beautiful home. This one's priced right around $1 million, so just wanted to show you this. But again, I will do a more in-depth video covering everything. I think I did one previously, but it's been a long time and so much has happened. But this section, you're gonna have a little bit more yard here than you will in some of the other ones. So this is actually great for $1 million, 3,550 square feet, 4 beds, 3.5 baths, and you actually have a decent yard on this one. So this is a super cute house, and that's priced again almost 1.1. Okay, so this one's going to be in Autumn Ridge. This is an absolutely beautiful neighborhood, one of my favorites in Spring Hill. It's gonna be priced at 1.2. It is under contract, and you'll see why, because I think this yard is phenomenal. So it's 4 beds, 3.5 baths, almost 4,000 square feet. They have done a beautiful job on this backyard. It's absolutely beautiful. Scroll through here, you can see some of the pictures of the inside, but really the showpiece of this house is going to be this outdoor area. You can see that the porch is screened, and they have just done such a beautiful job. Look how beautiful and peaceful this is. I absolutely adore this. This backyard is really just like an oasis here, so you can kind of see. But this is going to be on a larger lot, so it's going to be almost a half an acre. Yeah, 0.47, so almost a half an acre here. And this is one of my favorite neighborhoods in Spring Hill. It's absolutely beautiful, so that gives you an idea of that. And then you've got this one. So this is going to be a beautiful home built in 2022, and this is going to be on 5 acres. So acreage in Williamson County going to cost a lot more than in Maury County. So you've got 2.695 price, 5 beds, 3.5 baths, actually 3 baths, 2 half baths. And you can see right here, it's beautiful. They also have a beautiful pool out here, lots of retractable screens, which is super nice. And then you've got these garage doors that will open. You'll see here in just a second, but this is really so pretty. And we'll just kind of go through and scroll through these, but they've done a beautiful job with this house. So again, if you're looking for something with acreage and you're looking to not be on top of people, this is just a beautiful, beautiful home. And we'll just take a look here. They've got that automatic pool cover on there, which I love, big fan of that. And this is just beautiful right here. So I'll show you where actually this is on the map here in just one second also, so that you have an idea. But look at this countryside. It's just beautiful. So looking on the map here, just zoom out. It's going to be right over here on the east side of 65, over near where that Firefly golf course is going in. So you're actually really convenient to get over here into the shopping in Spring Hill, but you're located over here where it's going to be a little bit more quiet for you, which is really nice. So if you're looking for 5 acres, you're looking for some space, it's actually a great buy in Williamson County. I'm really glad that I saw this. This is a beautiful, beautiful home. Okay, so that's probably more than you ever wanted to know about Spring Hill. We've talked about a lot, but if you have questions, I have people just like you I'm helping relocate to the area every single day. Don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can call, text, email, however you want to get in touch. I'm helping people relocate all the time. This is what I do. About 95% of all my clients are relocation, and it's just helping them figure out where they belong, what's the best place for them. So you can book a time to talk directly with me on the Calendly link that I have down in the description, or call, text, email. All my information is right here, and you've seen that QR code throughout, so don't hesitate to reach out, and we'd be glad to get any and all of your relocating questions answered. But if there's any other videos that you want to see, we've got a lot of really great content coming out soon, but if there's something you want to see, definitely drop me a message, leave it in the comments, and we will try to get it made for you. But thank you so much for watching. Please like this video if it was helpful to you, and please subscribe. That helps me out an awful lot. Thanks so much, and we'll see you on the next video.